Hi, my name is Seth Lucky, and my book was Unmasked Crime Scenes, Cold Cases, and My Hunt for the Golden Gate Killer by Paul Holes. I chose this paragraph for the hook because I think it really describes what the book was about and just gives a little preview to it. So before he was called the Golden State Killer in 2013 magazine story, he was known as the original Night Stalker, and before that, the East Area Rapist. The titles evolved as his crimes progressed from burglaries to vicious assaults in the middle of the night and then to murder. It kind of shows what the criminal is about and what his crimes are committed. Okay, so this is Paul Holes on the right. He's the one who wrote the book. And in this book, he is describing his love for cold cases, and the one that really stuck with him was the East Area Rapist, who is the criminal in this book, and the main part of this book is about him. Okay, so the East Area Rapist was a criminal in the 60s and 70s that reigned terror on the Sacramento area in Northern California, which is where Paul Holes is from, and this is kind of the cases he was investigating. But then as he was investigating it, he realized that there was other crimes, that there was another serial killer in Southern California, that then he realized that this is the same person. And his MO was the same. He did the same things that he was doing in Sacramento, but then he decided to start murdering people. Holes would spend, even though he's a forensic scientist, that was his main job, which is like taking DNA and kind of cross-checking that. So he did work in the medical or in the police field, but so in his off time he would investigate these cases, and towards the end of his career he would even use the time that he was working to investigate these cases. As he got promoted higher and higher, he kind of had more freedom to do that. But through these investigations, he sacrificed his marriage and his kind of like personal life. Through new technology that was found and through years of investigation from not just Holes but other investigators, they finally find the killer through new technologies that were not around whenever the East Area Rapist was doing the crimes. So that's how they're able to find him. This book gives you a better understanding of what a kind of goes on behind the scenes of a police show or police, because you can't really watch police shows and kind of connect them because not all of it's true. This book really gives you a deeper understanding of the criminals, the crimes, and what the crimes do to the family members that happen to these guys. This book reminds me a little bit of Law and Order SVU. That's kind of the only show I've watched that I would compare it to. But it shows how they both kind of show how horrific some people are and the crimes of what they do. I didn't relate to this book at all because I haven't known anybody personally that has had to go through something like this. So yeah. I enjoyed reading this book a lot. I haven't read a book that I chose on my own in a long time, so it was kind of nice to pick a book that I found interesting, and it really kept me engaged throughout the whole book. I probably read the book in about a week and a half, roughly, so pretty quick. It was about 300 pages, I think. But the writer did a very good job of keeping the reader engaged and kind of bringing the reader into his life, his feelings, and what he is thinking about the case. I do highly recommend this book. I think it was very good. I don't think it's too graphic. I mean, there's some parts of it that are, but not anything that like a high schooler couldn't comprehend or understand. So yeah, that is my report. Thank you.